Not you.
Yeah, you. You want to buy a bridge?
Hey. You. Not you.
Yeah, you. You want to buy a bridge?
Watch your mouth, boy. Hey. You. Not you.
Yeah, you. You want to buy out?
Rich.
Happy Wednesday. Anything
Yes.
goes Wednesday.
Yes, ATG Wednesday. I have funny stories about that song. Leslie.
Well, Tim asked if anybody, he said he loves the song.
Yeah.
Does anybody know who's singing? Now, a lot of people don't read what
Well, I
song
wonder if
is
anybody
singing.
knows who's playing bass, for that matter.
Johnny.
Well, yeah.
Big Johnny Twinkle.
Big Johnny Twinkle. And Leslie playing guitar and singing.
Yep.
And
From
the
the
rest of our
Vampires
august
album.
company performing. But the funny thing is, I should get to the head. Let me get to the top of the track, and I'll tell you something funny about it. Hang on. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now,
Oh, the names are gone from the chairs.
nah, just on this picture. I'm standing outside. I'm standing where Tupac got shot. Outside the studio. Actually, that's where I'm standing. And I'm
Not
waiting. No, not now. And I'm waiting for Leslie to show up for the session, and I'm down on the street, and he calls me up and he says, "I got a great idea. I'm going to do this speech in the beginning, like a hustler, because you don't want to be a sucker. I'm going to be, hey, you, not you, yeah, you want to buy a bridge?" So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I mean, some of Leslie's shtick goes over, and some of it, should be rethought. But this kind of sounded like a good idea. So I'm outside, and I always bring, where am I? Here I am. I always bring a digital audio player with me to the studio with something on it so that I can hear what the room sounds like in relation to what I'm used to hearing or what I need to hear. If I bring, in that period, I think I was listening. My ref song was Black Hole Sun, and
I like that song.
yeah, good song. And it's recorded really well, and it's got a lot of dynamics. So when I listen to that, I know what the song should sound like to me. And so when I go to a place like, in this case, I think it was Unique. I bring my digital recorder, we plug it into the board, I listen to the song, I hear what the detail in the room is, and that's that's where we go. So I'm down there on the street with this thing, and you can just hit record on it, and it'll start recording, right? So I said, well, maybe if Leslie is gonna, if he's gonna do this hustle speech, maybe we should have some city sounds on.
Well, yeah, it was in the middle of Times Square.
I'm not right. I mean, I'm right there, right? And so I hit record on the box, and I let it run for maybe a minute. And here, listen. This is the fun part of this.
It's Times Square.
Yeah, it's time. This is actually Times Square. The actual day that we did the recording, that we did Leslie's parts. Anyway, okay. So here you go. Where am I? And ready and
Go.
I got.
That's what you
Okay, here it comes. Listen.
Hey. You. Not you.
Yeah, you. You want to buy out? Rich.
Now, needless to say, that's not the way it went on the demo.
Yeah, and Leslie wasn't out there
No, he
on
wasn't.
the street.
No, but it sounded like he was, right? I mean,
Oh,
And
Pat
he-
Romano, let's go Rangers round 2. Have a great show, everyone. I guess he's heading off to
Oh, wow!
Cincinnati.
Everybody's like,
No, you said
stepping
that
out.
the other night, Pat.
No,
you
that's
stayed
a-
in the whole
That's
time.
not, yeah, but because he's probably got one ear in one thing and one ear in the other thing. So I have a bevy of stuff for you. I was able to actually fulfill every request on the list, including Sue. You said
Anything.
anything? I got your anything right here. Well, right at the bottom, but I'm saving it till the end of the show.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's last.
All right, so then we're going to start off with Mark Visconti's request.
Oh, Mark's. Yeah. No, I'm not sure. I hope this is what you wanted to see, Mark. Because you
he
asked for
said-
the interview.
Yep. He said the
And-
Jimmy Fink interview at North Lake with Rat
Right.
Race.
So this is it, and here you go.
Well, I'm sitting in the studio with Rat Race Choir, and I'll introduce the members of the band to you. On the end there we have Mark, followed by Gordon, and then Dave, who plays bass, Steve the drummer, over here, back here, our little friend, Xiao Lung, right?
Yeah,
Xiao
little
Lung.
trick.
Well, you guys have been together, I can start naming bands that you've been together longer than, but I won't. 13 years, that's incredible. How do you, what do you attribute your long life as a rock and roll band?
Yogurt.
Shallow. So we got shallow and yogurt. Any serious answers?
It's love of playing music.
Love of playing music. And obviously success at playing music as well.
Somewhat.
You guys are recording an album here right now.
Yeah.
And what do you hope to do with that? And what kind of things will be on the album?
Everything that we're doing here now, everything we're laying down now, and hopefully everyone will be into it as much as we are.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what we're in the midst of right now, is trying to get a demo together so we can land that album.
Mm-hmm. Is this your first time really trying to put together a solid album package?
Well, this is one of the better studios that we've used. We've done other demos, but the quality wasn't exactly what we wanted because of financial problems, and
Mm-hmm.
paying for a studio is a heavy burden to do on yourselves.
Well, the overhead of a rock band of our caliber is astronomical.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about that a second because I caught the price of your drum set there. Flying through my ears.
We don't want to let that out of the air, though.
No, but it's
Because I'm not sure if I paid my insurance.
But it is quite hefty, and you guys do have a lot of equipment. I can't show you on camera right now, but there is a hefty truck outside that I'm sure was packed to the gills.
I gotta squeeze the door down. You know, a lot of. Go ahead.
I was going to say, when we went to Florida, I couldn't even fit my suitcase in the damn truck.
A lot of bands buy equipment
to create a look or create a powerful image. All the equipment that we have acquired has been things that we've needed to use to create our sound, to create the thing that we're trying to do. So, the expense part of it is just merely going for the quality. It's not so much, a lot of people are impressed by it, and it is impressive, but it's the work that it does that's really the most important thing.
You guys are just so successful as far as playing copy tunes and playing the clubs. I mean, I've heard that.
That's a stigma.
Well, you do a lot of better than Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I've heard that
that isn't something to brag about, really, not at our station.
Robert. Well, that's one thing I want to, I do want to ask you about, and I want to ask you how it affects you, as far as now that you're really getting into playing, your own music. How do you feel when you still go into the clubs and, you still do a copy set, obviously?
Well, first of all, the material that we try to present has always been of a sophisticated nature. We try to enlighten our audience. Maybe that's the wrong term. We try to educate them to fine music. I mean, the music that we play, whether it be Led Zeppelin or Jethro Tull or whoever it is, all the way down to some of the more obscure artists, it's all quality music. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to reflect that, try to take that and put it into our own music.
Mm-hmm. The best of
The best.
the best.
Well, those are your features. We've taken groups, the best songs, and learned why they were hits, what sounds made them hits, and the 10 years that we spent knocking around clubs drove us crazy, but at the same time it gave us an education that was, something we could never get anywhere else.
Anything you can recommend to starting out bands, just people just beginning to get together after 13 years of being together?
There is no substitute for time. There's no way to rush into it. There's no quick way.
Mhm.
It takes as long as it takes. The music business is a deceptive thing. When it appears one way, it appears like you can jump on a stage and start to play, but when you get into the business aspects of it, it turns into another ballgame.
Well, thank you for being part of Sights and Sounds, and you want to do another song for us?
Sure.
Which one?
We're going to record Rock Angels.
Well, we're sitting in the studio with Rat Race Choir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see something
Looks
different
like
every time I watch that.
Looks like a happy group of guys there.
Well, no, that was not. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. There was some I don't remember. Well, there were some things that weren't going on that had some people upset. There were other things that were going on that had people upset. I was fine. I was having.
And it didn't sound like you.
No, it didn't sound like me. I think they dubbed my voice. That's maybe the Swedish version. Anyway.
Well, Mark Visconti says you guys absolutely educated your audience.
It's very funny because what was that, 1980?
I guess.
That
Yeah.
was before, that was right, probably one of the very first on-camera interviews that we ever did. And, when I would play with,
You're
anybody
muted.
else-
You're muted.
Uh-oh!
Oh.
But you heard what I said, right? It was great.
I
I
don't
hope
know.
you didn't miss it. No, I probably bled through you.
I can't see your microphone anymore.
Anyway,
Can
you
give
don't
me
look
my
anyway.
thing back?
Who are you kidding?
Give me my buttons back, bitch.
So, I'm going to give you your buttons back.
Y'all heard what he said, right?
Yeah, what did he say?
I don't know.
You know what you said. What'd you say?
He said that was 1980. And
1980, and it was, we, as a band, we never discussed doing press or doing interviews or any of that kind of stuff. We didn't come up that way. We came up, just playing clubs, and, anytime anybody wanted to interview us, it was rare. It was usually for one of the music papers. But
it
we
wasn't on
never
camera.
in the Entwistle band and in the Xander band,
They heard it
even
all.
with the AC/DC thing, and I mean everything. We did press, and everybody understood, what everybody else was going to say and what the object that we were trying to get across was, and we were just trying so hard to make some music Larry had just left, and we were just trying to get there, but it was like,
Right,
you know,
and you didn't have Skip anymore.
no.
No. So your manager didn't prep you.
Well, went to. I mean, I don't even know who was mad. It was we went. It was more like who was the friend. That I mean, managers. No, if our management had been good as our musicianship, then anyway, if the queen had balls, she'd be the king.
All right, so that was from Mark Visconti.
So yeah, Mark, I hope you enjoyed that. I was actually looking for the tracks because we did two really good videos, Rock Angels and I think Life After Life, and I think that might have been deciding what song we were going to do. Might have been because I looked as it went down the row. I looked at Mark. Mark was obviously hadn't taken his vitamins that day, and and Gordon, if you saw in his little bit, he was all like, that was when the band was fresh for him. He was ready. We were in the studio, blah blah blah, and Dave was just ambiguous Dave, and I was like, I don't know. Stoned.
What's
And
new?
Yeah, what's new? But I was in a great mood. I had just gotten back from a good break, and anyway, all right. So moving right along.
Yes, if we want to get all of this in tonight. Now, Pat Romano, you requested Rat Race Choir doing Jimi Hendrix, so I don't know if you're still in the room for your request or not.
Did you request that? Because this is really that. Complete with pictures.
Ooh,
Pat Romano.
with pictures. Pat Romano.
Rangers.
Go Rangers.
Yeah, no, go Rangers. Go Rangers. We have Ranger friends.
Yes, we do.
We've been down that road.
So,
okay, here you
for the
go.
Rangers.
Hendrix with some pictures you've seen and maybe some pictures you haven't seen.
Whoa. Okay, this is for you, Pat Romano.
Yeah,
Rat
Pat,
Race
this is for you.
Choir,
And anybody else that cares
doing
about us doing Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Well, Wellington.
Yeah. Felt like I was there.
I did too. No, I didn't. Well, I did. I mean, that's.
You were.
I hear that stuff, and when I hear it through something, a reasonable system, even though I know it was recorded on a cassette machine or whatever, I never got to hear it that way. I was always in the back inside the monkey bars, and what I heard back there was considerably different. I mean, I heard it pretty good, but I heard it different. I didn't hear it mixed. I heard all of the instruments, and I was able to play with everybody. But and that thing, I remember doing that jam, and I remember when I digitized that tape. It was a cassette. I remember knowing all the changes that we were going to make, because we would have done that over a period of time, probably because we were, although there were keyboards on that, so I don't know, but we would have invented that medley, or I just knew where Mark was going to go. He'd be plied. I could tell he would telegraph whatever he wanted to go into. I mean, I think we did a little of Gypsy Eyes, and but what was up in the front? There was something I can't remember offhand. But anyway, that was when it was the best for me. When you were out on the edge, it was all about the risk and the reward for the risk, and man, it was just that's when you were alive on stage. And the thing about Rat Race is, we were not a recording band, although we recorded a lot, but we were a live band. That's what we did, and I think maybe we should have done live albums or something. I don't know. Actually, we should have done exactly what we did, because that's what we did.
Yeah.
And
Rear view.
What?
It's in the rear view. Mark Visconti says, "Thank God I was lucky enough to hear it so many times. RRC, absolutely no one better."
Thank you, man. And I feel the same way. I mean, thank God I was in a group with other guys that were like-minded and just had that, because it was a very much of a team effort musically. It sounded the way it sounded because everybody got to do their job the way they wanted to do it. And sometimes that wasn't always the most fun topic of discussion, but at the end of the day, that's what you wound up with. You wound up with 4 really honest performances by guys who were there to bring it. So consider it brought. Anyway, what's next on the hit parade?
Next on the hit parade would be our third one.
A third one?
And that would be for Kitty Tiger,
Oh.
who asked for anything John Entwistle solo.
Okay.
Like his solo material, not the Who.
Well, now I wanted to do a video for you, you know, I mean, because that's, you know, I mean, I can show you pictures and we can do all that, but I like the video part of it. So I was looking through my little archive, and I happened to find one of John's solo songs from The Rock, actually, which I think was his last solo album in my mind somewhere. That's the way that goes.
Yeah, not a live album.
It wasn't really
Oh, but this is a live song.
yeah, but no, I don't mean that. I mean, it was like, I mean, it wasn't, it was kind of a band, but,
And is this going to be on Exhumed?
well,
Rarities?
some version of it will be. This is not a particularly great recording, but, yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, in the rarities.
All right.
There's some rarities. I found some more rarities. Oh, listen to this. Brilliant, right? Talking to the label, and I love these guys because they're, you know, they're old school guys, but musician type of guys, not old school guys like
Bean
Tommy
counters.
Mottola. Well, Tommy wasn't so bad. Anyway, they said, well, you know, we'll listen to different versions of this and that and the other thing, and I thought, good, because you know, the stuff that I'm including on this is like, it's rare stuff, and you're going to hear it.
Well, Kitty is excited to hear it.
You might have heard it here and there, you know, over the years somewhere, but this is all remastered, and just, it's going to be
Well, it's on the rock,
cool.
isn't it?
So, well, this particular song is on the rock, and I remember when we did the first tour, it would have been, you know, the incarnation, the 95, 96 incarnation of the band. I wanted to do John's 4 songs. John wrote 4 of the songs on the rock album, and I thought they were the best songs, and no disrespect to, you know, the other songs, you know, Susie and Billy, those were great songs. But John's, you know, I get probably because I knew John and I knew what he was writing about. So anyway, here you go. John Entwistle solo material.
The song is called?
It's called Bridges Under the Water. It was originally appears on the rock, and this is us doing it somewhere. I don't know.
This is a different version of the John Entwistle Band.
Yes, this
the
is
first incarnation.
Well, this is actually the set. Yeah, it's not. This is not the one with Devin and.
No, it's not.
No, this is Alan.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the second.
Okay.
Well, anyway, it's like a wedding. You were. Who's your father? I don't know.
All right, so this is for you, Kitty.
Rock album. Album series. It's called Bridges Under the Water. Hey, you know how we feel. Right down on the beach.
Bridges under the water.
So Kitty liked it.
Yeah, I'd follow you to the gates of hell. I'd follow you to the Bates Motel.
Yeah. You can tell John wrote that.
Man, I love those. So when I remember he gave me, in Chicago that first night, he gave me a copy of that on cassette, actually, and I still have it. And the bass sound was so, I don't know, it's like revolutionary. I don't know if you remember the first time that you heard the Boston album when it had that kind of sound that you had never heard before because of Tom Scholz and that whole thing. But John's bass on that record just was, I had never heard anything like it. So yeah, that was it was fun. It was a great band. Every incarnation of the music that I played with him, and don't forget it started with him playing bass with Rat Race. And I actually found, I found some great tracks today. I haven't meant to tell you about the DAT thing.
Well, Kitty loved it. She thought it was awesome. Sue liked it too.
There you go. Well, thank you. It was, it was great. The Rock, which actually was the first John Entwistle band, there was killer musicians. I mean, we had Tim Gorman on keyboards, who was the keyboard player for The Who, and Devin Powers, who, here's a full circle moment for you. Devin and I are doing a track together. It's not official, but we're talking about doing a track together for Volume 2
of
Exhumed. Volume 2.
John Entwistle Exhumed.
Because there's something really cool that we can. Anyway, it's it's all. I'm having a good time. It's all mysterious and cool and fun and
and the Who are touring, so it kind of is perfect.
Really?
And that's where Michael Newton is tonight. He's in Boston at the Boston Gardens watching the Who.
But didn't we go there
with John? Not with John. He was there. He wanted us to drive up to Boston.
Oh, come on up to the show. What?
Well, we stayed overnight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a week there that night.
Billy and Kathy Strand.
I remember.
Yep.
That was a roller coaster.
Now Sue said he posted a pic. What's that mean?
Oh, did he? It means he posted a pic.
Who did? John?
I guess no from the Michael maybe from the show.
Oh, Michael from the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, I already forgot that we were talking about that.
Okay, well, anyway.
Okay, wait. Tim says 41st for Michael tonight.
What?
I guess.
Oh, for the 41st show? This is a 40. We've seen it 41 times.
Show. See, he's probably having Siri talk for him.
See, I heard them do Tommy at the Westchester County Center.
Before you knew John.
Well, yeah. Like almost 20 years, 18 years before I knew John. And then I saw them at Forest Hills. Both times that was, the band with Mooney. And then I don't think I ever saw him with Kenny Jones. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that was in the 80s.
And,
you and I didn't go to... The only concert I can remember we went to in the 80s was The Police.
Oh, we went to Kiss.
That was in the 90s
okay. No. Shucks. Well, anyway, it was, it was...
But, we went to see Kiss because, we were invited by Ace,
So you got to do what you got to do.
But the Police, we just wanted to see them.
Yeah. How did we get those tickets?
We bought them.
Wow.
We sat in the audience.
First time for everything.
We sat in the audience.
What a horrible process. How'd you talk me into that?
I don't know, but we enjoyed the show, and you could tell that they were fighting, like Sting
and Jeff was probably there. We should talk to Jeff about it.
Yeah.
Jeff was going to do the show. Oh, and I have some hard news, and then I'm going to tell you my DAT thing, and then I'm going to get to the other request. Brad is not going to be doing Mondays for at
Brad
least
Congress.
a couple of weeks. Brad Congress, Rock and Review on Mondays.
Brad and Colby.
So we're going to, I don't know yet.
We'll do what we do.
We'll do what we do, right? That's okay. You like that.
Okay, so Sue saw The Who. Sue saw The Who in
Sue saw The Who.
1979 in 2 separate places.
79.
So that was was Keith Moon in there?
Yeah. I can't remember what year they played Forest Hills. But then
Frank said that I 714'd you to
Oh.
go see the police. No, I only 714'd him once, and he ended up in the hallway naked.
of an apartment building on the ground floor during rush hour.
At morning rush hour. All right, so let's get on to our next song. shall
Okay,
we?
so let's see who.
This is for Tim McCullen.
Tim.
Tim wants to see you playing with Leslie West, and he wants to see you playing Mississippi Queen.
It wasn't easy, Tim, but I did it.
Yes.
I mean, I used to love playing the Leslie. Listen to his comments. We're playing at the Moon Dance Jam in, I guess, Walker, Minnesota. Right? Isn't that where Moon Dance was?
Yes, Walker, Minnesota.
Or was it Rock in the Hills?
No, Moon Dance Jam was Walker,
Okay,
Minnesota.
well, anyway, that's where we are. 40, 50,000 people outdoors camping, like little Woodstock. And this would be the end of the show. And I mean, Leslie, playing with Leslie was like a scavenger hunt. It was like, I had you find what the next song is. It's like, what? How do we know what the next song is going to be? You'll all of a sudden do a dive bomb and come up into frickin', well, you'll see.
You think he did that on purpose, or he
Of
just
course,
couldn't help himself?
I think both. I know he did it on. You know what?
You know he did it on purpose.
Well, I do know that he trusted me to know where he was going to go, and you'll see. He would, if we were going to speed up, let's speed up. We're going to, because I watched him, but I listened to him. And the thing with Leslie is, if he hears you hearing him, that's worth everything.
Yeah.
Somebody's listening to you and they're playing along with what. Anyway, yeah, okay. So the Queen, man.
Mississippi Queen.
I mean, I remember when this song came out. It was like, here you go.
Okay, and this is for you, Tim.
I bet you can't play this song.
I'd love to tell you that we went into it, but I think he just wound up walking off the stage.
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
that was for you, Tim.
Yeah.
Mississippi Queen.
And Frank, I'm glad you enjoyed that one. I gotta tell you, especially now that I know that it'll never happen again. You know, up until Leslie passed, you never know when you're going to get the call. And I got the call, but it was only a few weeks before he passed. And I'm glad that he called me. I truly loved Leslie, and his music was so important to me. You know, in that time, in the late 60s, it's just, I loved what Mountain did. They were the American cream, and it was just, you know, jamming. Hey, you think we planned on going into a whole lot of love? That was just Leslie. Oh, you do that again? Let's see you do that again. So full of shit. And this is not at the Cat Club. This is, you know, in front of 50,000 people. But it's, man, it was an honor to play that music with that man that way. I mean, because he was playing it. That's not like I got the used up Leslie, you know what I mean? That dude was killing it. I never saw him play a bad show. I saw him not care enough to do the best show on the planet. But I never saw him suck, ever. And the guy was just one of a kind. So anyway, God bless you. Leslie, there you go. That's your...
Okay, well, we got some comments.
That's your... Oh, comments. Okay.
For Frank Feeney, powerful music, excellent choice, Kitty says. For Tim, Paul Cooper said Leslie was one of the funniest things ever in an interview. After losing his leg to diabetes, he said he was at the bank and he asked the teller to check his balance. So she pushed him over. LOL.
Oh, let me tell you what. I told you he called me just a few weeks before he passed, and I don't think he had any idea. He calls me up and he says, "Hey, Steve, I'm living in Florida now." I said, "That's great, man. How you doing?" "I got one fucking leg. How you think I'm doing?"
Okay, so Mark Visconti wants to know what kind of guitar is that with no top?
That was a Steinberger.
Yeah.
With trans trem on it and a beautiful top. You saw the top on that guitar, you know, and that was the time.
It didn't have a top.
No, the top, the finish, the red part.
I know. Just kidding.
Doesn't
just
have
kidding.
a head.
Okay, now
Headstock.
I don't know where Tim got this from, but he said Leslie told how it is Steve who took him home musically. We never heard that one before.
I've taken him a lot of places. I tell you what, it was always wild to travel with Leslie. I mean, it was like, anyway, I won't go there. So, let's see. Tomorrow, what are we going to do?
Oh, tomorrow we're going to do the best of Abe Fogel.
Drummer Abe, he played with, you know...
Rob Thomas.
Played with a million people. Yeah. He's a monster player. But most notably, you probably know his work with Rob Thomas. I think they're out... maybe they're not playing now. But anyway, our friend Matt Beck plays with Rob and...
Abe.
And Abe. And
he actually got Abe the gig, remember?
Yeah, I do.
But Abe told us that in his interview. He was so funny.
He's funny. You'll enjoy it. So that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Okay.
And what else? I was going to tell you what. So I was going to turn in my final folder for Oxzoom today, and I'm looking for something and I can't find it. And I'm going through every hard drive that I have, and I'm looking at hundreds, maybe 150 DATs, and I can't find it in there. And I'm just puzzled. I can't possibly think where this thing that I'm looking for is. And all of a sudden I remembered, aha, it's on a CD. I'm telling you, I was looking in there for hours trying to find this thing, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, no, we used to, after the DAT machine, we used to take things home on compact disc, so.
Oh, and Paul Cooper said you were playing Match.
Yeah, it was probably because
That's
of my thing, I probably popped my because I think that was when I had first started playing it with Leslie, and I was really into it, man. And when I get real into it, and I get that real bad, it splits
What?
drummer stuff.
Wait, listen to this. Paul Cooper says, I saw you in the Mayapack AMP with Leslie. You were in the Mayapack AMP with Leslie? And he was leaning in the cheese cooler and almost fell in. It was about 12 a.m., so I didn't say anything. AMP, I guess it was open all night?
Man, I tell you what, traveling with him, especially doing drive dates, it was a trip, man. I remember once we were coming back from a gig in Jersey. We're in the car, and we're saying, man, Leslie, we're hungry. Yeah, keep driving. Well, we really want to stop and get something. I want to get home. Keep driving.
Well,
So finally, he falls asleep.
Uh-huh.
And I said, rest stop. And he's in the car with God knows how many guitars and what else in the trunk. And we just locked him up and left him there. Went to Cinnabon.
Who, you and Richie?
Me and Richie and Dean. And, I don't remember. I guess we turned the car off.
And he didn't know that you
Nah,
were-
he had no freaking clue. No, he was just gone.
Well,
yeah.
that concludes our show for
Yeah,
tonight,
no.
everyone.
Don't we have something special for Sue?
Oh, that's right. This is for you, Sue. You said anything. So Steve put together a little video of our butterfly garden.
Ah, there you go.
Yes. So that was for you, Sue. A little
Yep.
tour of our yard.
Yeah, the front yards. I mean, well, you could, whatever. We're doing our best.
That's right. All right, everybody. Tomorrow night, the best of drummer Abe Fogel.
Yep, it's going to be fun. So, if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.